Hello everyone, and this is BioPhoenix here, and you're watching this on Xanadu Castle. And today we're going to be doing a video response to Crizzy Books, who is a really good book channel that I really like. His sense of humor is really funny, and he covers a lot of different interesting books out there. Some stuff that I actually really like, and stuff I want to check out at some point. But yeah, anyway, so this is going to be a Would You Rather that he did that I thought was really fun and had some interesting questions. And they're all stuff that I think I can actually give a definitive answer to. So, yeah, well, let's begin. So as for the first question, it is, would you rather read your favorite book every 10 years or reread your least favorite book every year? I think that one's pretty obvious. I think I'd rather reread my favorite book every 10 years, so yeah. I mean, I don't really know what else to really expand upon that, but yeah, like I said, it just seems pretty clear that I would rather reread something that I love every 10 years that takes longer than, you know, rereading something that I don't like that much, like, every year. Like, I mean, I don't really reread books, at least not yet anyways, so yeah, let's just get on to the next one, because that's a pretty easy one. And the second one is a pretty painful one. This one is, would you rather get rid of all the books from your favorite author and keep everything else, or would you rather keep everything else but get rid of all your favorite author's books? Yeah, so obviously one of my all-time favorite writers is Stephen King, because, you know, I talk about it all the time as being my favorite, so, you know, even if I did wanted to keep everything that he did and get rid of everything, I mean, I'd still have a pretty good variety of stuff, because, you know, he's written, like, so many different things, but even at that, I think I would rather, like, keep everything except my favorite, just because, you know, I really need more of that variety of stuff, even though he has it on its own, but still, like, I need even more than just that, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that would be the one I would go with, is, keep everything except, my favorite. Next is, would you rather read shorter books with 300 pages or under, or only read longer books, like, you know, ones that are longer than 300. I would say I would rather read longer books, mainly because I feel like most books that I love, or ones that, like, I want to check out, are usually, like, really long, or, like, you know, like, more than 300, so I would say I would rather do that. And, you know, I don't have a problem with short books, but usually the longer stuff is the stuff I tend to gravitate towards, too, because, like I said, most of the stuff I'm interested in tends to be a little bit on the longer side, and I mean, hey, like, if everything I had to read was going to be long regardless, then, you know, it'll keep me busy. I wouldn't have a problem with it. And next, this one is, would you rather have your favorite book get an adaptation, but it's terrible, or would you rather it never get adapted in your whole life? Well, this one really has to depend, because if an adaptation of a book I love gets one and it's terrible, it has to be either so bad that it's good, like, at least that I can at least kind of, like, get some enjoyment out of, but if it happens to be, like, so bad that it's, like, boring and just flat out just cringy, then yeah, I think I'd rather get not adapted at all. But like I said, I think it just depends, because, you know, I don't mind watching, like, bad movies that are just, like, so, like, stupidly bad that they're funny, but it has to, like, depend on how it works, you know? But yeah, for the most part, I think I'd rather lean towards never get adapted. Next is, would you rather have a book have a terrible ending, or have one have an unfinished ending? I think this is really more so towards, like, series of books, like, you know, obviously for famous example is Game of Thrones, doesn't have, like, it's not finished yet, so, you know, I think that's kind of what they're going for here. And I guess if I had to pick, I think I would rather have, like, a terrible ending, because at least, like, it ends. So, you know, there is that, like, because I'd rather just have, like, a definitive ending that's maybe not the most satisfactory, because as long as, like, the journey to get there was, like, good enough, then, you know, I can, you know, I'd be okay with that. So yeah, I think I'd rather do that rather than just having a book that just ends, like, abruptly, then it turns out it's like, oh, there's supposed to be more, but it just we didn't get to it yet. Next is, would you rather have less reading time, or cut your budget in half for buying books? I think this one's pretty obvious for me. I'd rather cut my budget in half for buying books, because I already got enough books as it is to last me for a good while, so yeah, I'd rather just do that, because I don't have a whole lot of time with reading. Like, usually my best time for reading is, like, at night before I go to bed. Very rarely I will, like, read a little bit during the day, but usually I get more motivated doing it before bed, because, yeah, it's just easier for me to read at night. So therefore, I would rather just, cut my budget in half. And besides, I think most people could attest at cutting their budget in half for those that buying like so much books that it's going to be hard to get around to all of them. Next is, would you rather listen to an audiobook at 3 times speed or at 3 times less speed? Now, I haven't really experienced going through audiobooks, and I wouldn't be opposed to it. The only thing is that I would rather just read physically on paper and just reading it in my head, but if there is one audiobook I would consider listening to, it would be that recent biography of Arnold with I think it was called like the 7 Pro Tips, like make yourself useful, whatever. There, I would actually do that one on audio just because I love Arnold and just hearing him talk about like his life and like motivational stuff. It's great. I think that'd be great. But anyways, this was the question though. Yeah, I would rather do 3 times speed because at least they'll get over like stuff quickly if in case it's like a bad audiobook. The next one is going to be read physical books only or do audio only. Like I just explained, physical, it's just me all the way. So yeah, but like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to trying some audiobooks here and there, but yeah, I don't know when that would ever be, but well, we'll see one day. Next is, would you rather read a mix of 3 to 4 star books or a mix of 1 to 5 star books? Yeah, this is an interesting one. I think for me, I'd rather go with 3 to 4 star books, but I will go out and say that normally I don't really think about star ratings when it comes to things. Like, even back when I used to do ratings on my game channel, like, even I never used star ratings. I used to do, like out of 10. And even that, like, I kind of stopped doing just because it just kind of got annoying to try to, like, justify why I give it this rating. Because everyone has a different perspective of what is considered, like, a good score and what's not a good score. And, they think, like, oh, if you rated something, like, higher than it should, then yeah, it just gets weird. Anyways, yeah, I'd rather do, like, if I really had to, like, think about this, yeah, I'd say 3 to 4, just because, I think that's still good. Like, I'm not, like, super picky where I think everything has to be a 5-star to be amazing. Like, I still think there's a lot of 4-star books that are really damn good that I honestly would consider to be favorites, so and even 3 stars. I mean, some of them I've read aren't that bad. Alright, now just as a little added bonus, this is what Crizzy did, was that he did a little fun question that was not a part of it. I think the one he said was, would you rather have Hobbit feet or Hobbit's height? Which I thought was funny and hilarious, but I actually got an extra bonus one that I made up for this one that you guys can answer. And this one is, would you rather be a random civilian within a Stephen King book or a random civilian within a like the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Which one would you rather be? I don't know, maybe there could have been like better like comparisons I could have made, but I think that's still like pretty interesting to be like a civilian in whichever one. So yeah, there we go. That will be it for today with the Would You Rather. I thought this was pretty fun. As always, you're more than welcome to do a response to this, or just write down in the comments of what you think about some of these and all that fun stuff. And yeah, I finally got another video out. And yeah, things are going to be pretty busy throughout here. I'm still going to do the end of the year, like talking about every single book I read, and then I'm going to separate it by doing every single manga book I read. And then after that, we'll see where everything goes, because like I said, I'm going to be busy the next couple months. So anyways, with that being said, thank you for watching and commenting, and have yourselves a great day.